Boruto 2 Blue Vortex shows us what happens when the Shinju are destroyed. They turn into the Soul Thorn Bulb. And essentially the Soul Thorn Bulb is how you bring back somebody from their tree-like state after they get bitten by a claw grime. So in Sasuke's example, after he was destroyed by Boruto's Rasengan Uzuhiko, Hidari was blown to pieces, and then right away we saw the Soul Thorn Bulb emerge, right? We saw that after Kawaki kind of like blasted or finished the job killing Hidari, we saw that the Soul Thorn Bulb emerged, and then Boruto caught it and was like, this is how they bring it back. Essentially, I think the way that it works is you stab the tree, and then that makes the tree go away, and it brings back Sasuke completely, right? And we know that Sasuke is the base for how Hidari is made into the Shinju and everything in between. But what happens if the Soul Thorn Bulb is destroyed completely? Okay? I think, and this is just me thinking out loud here. You die, basically. If the Soul Thorn Bulb is crushed, destroyed, blown up any more than it already is, then that person in the tree will die, or they'll essentially be that tree forever. They won't be this living, breathing person anymore, like kind of attached to this tree. It's more like they'll be gone forever. Now, I can't prove this, although it is basically insinuated, but the only person, the only Shinju that could really prove this theory possible is none other than Bug. Bug's Shinju is the only one that if the Soul Thorn Bulb was destroyed, it would prove to us what would happen to the actual host. Like, what would happen to Bug if Mamushi or Bug's Shinju was Soul Thorn Bulb was destroyed. If that Soul Thorn Bulb is destroyed, we'll be able to see what happens to the actual person that's attached to the tree. And because of that, I think that Bug is the primary example, or going to be the one to show us this is what could happen to all of the others if they don't, carefully decide how they're going to fight or how they're going to move forward. So Sasuke, he's not going to die. You know what I mean? Matsuri, she has everybody else in the village. Ryu has Gaara, Jura, he's basically the base form of that one guy who saved Sarada, and he has a life in the Hidden Leaf Village. So I'm not just going to straight out say that he deserves to die. He saved Sarada. He deserves a life. I think he'll be okay. But Bug, I don't, you know what I mean? As sad as it is, I don't see what Bug really brings to the table. What kind of a life will Bug really have outside of this? You know what I'm saying? So I think he'll kind of be more or less a test dummy to give us a look at the Soul Thorn Bulb and what probably happens if it's destroyed completely. But not until we see a confrontation between Ada and Damon, and we see how that kind of fight, that kind of struggle happens. It's going to be important later on down the storyline to see how Ada defends herself, how Damon fights, and how everything kind of like how that affects his emotional state. But yeah, I think if Bug dies, everybody else will be like in a cautionary position where it's like, this is how we defeat the Shinju, or this is the way we can defeat the Shinju. But I don't really see anybody bringing back Bug, and it's probably going to be an example to everybody else that we have to be very careful with these Soul Thorn Bulbs, because if we do destroy them, it's not going to end very well. Everybody's going to die, essentially, and that's not what we want. We want to bring everybody back. So when that time comes, I think that Bug is the most likely of all the Shinjus to have their Soul Thorn Bulb be destroyed, to kind of give as an example of, oh snap, this is what's going to happen if we destroy them completely. We can't just destroy them. We have to like stab the tree back with it and then bring back the person to life and whatnot. You know what I mean? So that's the basic example of it. And I definitely want to learn more about it. I definitely want to understand how this will continue to evolve, or how the Soul Thorn Bulb and the Shinjus and how the Ten Tails and everything just like interlocking is connected. I just want to go a little deeper into understanding that like they've evolved past a point that we've never seen any other Ten Tails do before. So I just want to see how that goes out. But let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah.